Morning, guys. So today, I'm going to read a poem. The poem touches upon a bit of domestic violence, which is a topic we talk about in class. After I read the poem, I'll talk about it a little bit and explain perhaps why I wrote it. Um, okay, so here it goes. Dear Mom, I'm sorry I haven't kept my promise to you, but you can't say I haven't tried. They're my sisters, and despite it all, I love them. But you did tell me to take care of myself. Yet it hurts because I've experienced the pain she's going through. It's the same picture he painted in my life, and so it hurts when I can't take care of her because I love her most of all. I feel worthless, powerless because I have nothing to offer her. I wish I could raise her, but I can't. She's a child, my baby, and he abuses her as he did me. He pretends he's different, but he's exactly the same. And it hurts me to know it. He's a part of me, and yet I want nothing to do with him. I love him, and I wish I didn't. She is mine. I want her with me. Yet what do I have to offer her? What can I do? The resolve at the moment is nothing. Why did you leave us with him? You know that this would happen, and you just let us go. How could you? Was your safety really more important than that of your own children? I can never be like you. She is mine. Brittany is mine. She is more than my sister. She is like my child. I have taken care of her since birth, taught her, stood by her, loved her, and even though I am perhaps not the best thing she has ever wanted, I am all the strength she has, and yet I failed her. Failed her because I left her like you left us. But I truly had no other choice. She is a minor, and my father would never give her up to me. I want nothing to do with him. I resent him, just as I resent you. Okay, so, zoom out a little bit. So, this poem is talking about my mom. My father has always, well, not anymore, but my father, when I was a child, was very abusive. He used to beat my mom, and he used to beat me, and he wasn't only physically, but it was mentally and emotionally, he was very abusive. So, when I was 7, my mom left. That's when Brittany, my little sister I'm talking about the poem, was born. So, I pretty much became mom to 3 sisters. Brittany, she was a newborn. Then I had 2 other ones that were about, I'd like to say 1 and 3. So I had 3 children to take care of. This poem, though, what it's talking about is when I was 18, I had to move out of my house for reasons you will find out later. And once I left, my dad apparently needed a new target, so he chose Brittany. It came to a point where I was really hurt by it because I wanted to help her, but I had no way of helping her. I mean, there was nobody else I could talk to. Child services was already involved. They already had taken her. I mean, after a certain point, they took her to my grandma's house, so she was safe there. But before that, he would pick on her the way he used to pick on me. He would, tease her. He would verbally thrash her. He would hit her. Then it came to a point where I even ended up having to go talk to him, which was very uncomfortable for me because I didn't really like him much. So I had to go talk to him and tell him relax. Eventually I had to become the peacemaker between the 2 of them. Just pretty much saving her from anything. The scary part is that Brittany, it makes me sad because she has developed, she's repeating the cycle. She's very abusive, and I'm trying my hardest to take that out of her, but I think it's been so embedded into her that I don't know if that's gonna happen. It's very frustrating because when you care about someone and you know that they're being hurt, you try to do anything you can to help them. But at the time, I could barely help myself. I didn't, I had barely any means of supporting myself, and there was no way possible I could support my little sister. I would have tried if I could have, but it wasn't allowed anyways. I mean, at the time she was like maybe 11, so there was no way in hell I could have had her. So yeah, I guess the point I'm trying to say is, like, if you know someone who's going through domestic violence, sometimes it's hard to deal with it. Sometimes you'd rather ignore it, but don't ignore it. It's not good to ignore it, because it affects us more than we realize it. With my little sister, she has become my father's clone without even trying to. She's just like him. She's abusive. She's extremely verbally bashing. Like, it's hard. But I think since I was able to help pull her away from the situation, and now since my father's not abusive anymore, I guess he learned his lesson. You know, but even if he learns his lesson, you can still see the effects of it in her. So my advice, if you know someone who's going through domestic violence, or if you yourself are going through domestic violence, just pull yourself away from it as soon as you can. Especially if it's a child. Children, I don't think parents realize it, but children, just because a child seems young and seems naive, they're not. They always know what's going on. Children are extremely smart, and I think maybe if we took the time out to listen to them, we would know that. So that's it for today's entry, or at least the morning entry. I don't know if I'll do one in the afternoon. But other than that, I'll see you guys later. Bye.